You don't need a word-for-word script to make good YouTube videos. I used to write out every single word. I would spend hours trying to make it sound just right, and I would still hate how I came across. I felt stiff, I felt robotic, like I was reading an email out loud. And the worst part is that I was trying so hard to be helpful, but the videos didn't feel like me at all. In fact, I felt like a news anchor at times, which personally I hated. So I knew I had to change something, not just to make my videos better, but to make the whole process a whole lot less painful. And the last 3 to 4 videos on my channels, I think, are proof of that. My videos became easier to make, more relatable to my audience, and way more fun to record. So in this video, I want to show you how I film without a script and why that might actually be the best move that you can make, especially if you're a consultant or a coach like I am. Look, in the beginning, I thought that sounding perfect meant sounding professional. So what I would do is I would read from a script word for word, and I would try to get everything just right. My phrasing, my pauses, my intonation. But the more I leaned on the script, the more I realized that I didn't sound professional at all. In fact, I sounded quite the opposite. I would say replaceable is maybe a good word to define how I sounded. Like it could have been anyone reading that script. There was nothing human about it, in my opinion. And I think you can go see for yourself how I sounded in my first couple videos on this channel. And that's kind of the downside of over-scripting. It's easy to use it as a crutch, but it ends up stripping out all those natural intonations, the little mistakes, the moments that make you feel like an actual human being. So, at least for me, I could never get it to sound like me at all. And so, from one day to the other, I just decided that I would stop reading and I'd just start talking. So, let me tell you exactly how I film my videos without a script. It's actually really simple and fast, and personally, it's taken all the pressure out of the process for me. So, step 1 is having a running list of video topics. And I know this is actually super basic, but it's pretty much 50% of what you need to do. Because when you decide you want to record a video and you're staring at a blank page, your procrastination is going to win 100% of the time. So keep a running list of topics. I like to use Apple Notes, but you could use Notion, you could use Trello, or whatever app that really doesn't get in your way. The point is that when it's time to record, you don't want to think about what to record. You just want to pick a topic that you've already decided beforehand. Step 2 is where it gets even easier. Instead of writing a full script, I talk through the topic out loud, usually while I'm walking or having my morning coffee. I use a free app called Otter.ai, which basically lets you record and transcribe your voice in real time. So I'll go on a walk, open the app, and just start riffing on the topic, without a camera this time. I would just be talking through what I'd want to say if I were explaining it to a client. Once I've got that voice note, Otter gives me a transcription, which I then drop into ChatGPT or Claude and ask it to turn it into a clean and structured bullet point list. And that becomes my video outline. You know, I might skim it once before recording just to kind of jog my memory, but by that point I've already said the ideas out loud. I already know how they flow. And because they came from me, they already sound like me. So I don't need a script anymore. And that's pretty much the whole system. And it works because it's simple enough that I actually use it. And I think I'm going to continue using this approach for most, if not all, of my videos moving forward, because they are the most me I've ever sounded on camera. They're not the most polished, but they are getting the best feedback I've ever had since starting this new channel. And I think that's kind of the whole point. You just need to show up as you in a way that feels natural to you. All right. That's all I've got for you today. If you're planning to make a video soon, maybe try this method. Don't script it, just use an outline and talk it out. And if you do, tag me. I'd love to see what you make. You can drop a comment below or DM me if you've got questions about anything I mentioned, and I'll do my best to help you out. Thanks for watching and good luck out there. Bye.